Julianna Peña must stop. Julianna Peña, she really needs to just take it easy, man. Julianna Peña needs to lay off. And look, Julianna, if you're listening, I'm your number one fan, okay? DJC Combat, Carter Smelly has got your back, okay? I am one of your biggest fans. I'm your biggest fan, you know, and I defend you on a lot of things. When people say your win over Nunes was a fluke and you're such a terrible fighter, I'm the guy that's in your corner saying, no, STFU, Julianna Peña is one of the best bantamweights in the world. She does not suck, all right? But someone from her team has got to tell her to dial it down, because Julianna Peña is absolutely making a fool out of herself in the media. Julianna Peña is absolutely humiliating, embarrassing herself with the stuff she's saying in the media, you know, calling herself the greatest of all time. I mean, a lot of people seem to think that Peña's joking, and maybe Julianna Peña is joking, trying to play heel. Maybe she's saying all this stuff for attention, but even still, man, this is just getting ridiculous, and I'm feeling embarrassed for Julianna Peña. On your behalf, Julianna, I feel embarrassed, and I am not trying to talk down on you, okay? I love you, and I'm saying this literally because I care about you. But you gotta lay off Amanda Nunes, man. You gotta put it to rest. You've been on her ass since 2016. Y'all had your rivalry. You had your chance to run it back with her in the trilogy. You got injured. She retired. Now it's time to stop. And you're saying that you're done with her. You're saying that enough of Amanda Nunes, right? In that Ariel interview. Honestly, I don't buy it, man. Like, every interview Julianna Peña does, it's always about Amanda Nunes. She spends like 15 to 20 minutes always talking on TMZ or Ariel Helwani, bashing Amanda Nunes, bad-mouthing Amanda Nunes, not giving her any credit, man. Like, honestly, fans would have so much more respect for you, Julianna, if you were just more humble about the loss to Amanda Nunes. If you weren't constantly complaining and begging for the trilogy, turning down fights. If you've given Nunes respect for beating your ass over 25 minutes and stop gloating about how, oh, we're 1-1, I finished you, you couldn't finish me, the fans would applaud you. Nunes probably wouldn't even be shading you. Nunes probably wouldn't be taking shots at you. But you know what? I can see why Amanda Nunes has been saying what she's saying about you. For as much as I freaking hate the stuff that Amanda Nunes is saying, I can almost get it. Like, everyone is annoyed with Julianna Peña right now, okay? Everyone is annoyed, but her coach, if Wayne Gregory could tell Julianna not to go in the octagon when Amanda is doing her retirement speech, then why can't the same guy also tell her, you know what, Julianna Peña, the stuff you're saying, you just need to take it down a notch. Why can't Rick Little, why can't anyone from her team member, why can't the people closest to her tell her what she needs to hear and tell her that what she's doing ain't it? You know what I'm saying? That's because she's got a bunch of yes men around her, okay? No offense to anyone who's Team Peña that's listening to this, but she's got a bunch of yes men around her. Even her fans are kind of her yes men, telling her what she wants to hear. Like, I saw in her Instagram story, she was at A&W, kicking it with the fans. Wish I was there. And they were talking in her ear, telling her how, yeah, Amanda Nunes is afraid of you. Amanda Nunes did duck the trilogy. Look, Amanda Nunes has nothing to prove. Just because Amanda Nunes didn't knock you the fuck out, which she could have done, which she almost did, she has nothing to prove. You're the one who had more to prove, Julianna, and you lost your chance. Everybody thought that your first win over Nunes was a fluke. I don't think so, but you had more to prove in the trilogy by going out there and beating her again, but you lost your chance. Amanda Nunes dominated you, swept you on the scorecards, finished or not. You're saying that you getting a finish over Amanda is better than Amanda getting a decision over you. Honestly, if you look at both fights between whose win was more brutal and more dominant, it's Amanda's. Amanda's win was more dominant. She didn't give up a single round, and she fucked you up. That's the truth. That's the truth, okay? This woman made your career. You got to put some respect on her name, and you just got to keep her name out your mouth. Please, Peña, please. And then calling yourself the greatest of all time based off what? Based off the fact that you're tough. Everyone is, not everyone, but a lot of fighters are tough. Doesn't make them the best. So you're saying just because someone has to knock you out to kill, or has to kill you to stop you, or knock you out to stop you, that makes you the GOAT of women's MMA? That makes literally no fucking sense. Like, that shouldn't be the criteria that we're going off of. Because if it is, I mean, shout out to Coach Sheldon Harrison. He even pointed out that you got choked out by Duranami. You got tapped out by Valentina. You got your arm broken by Sarah Morris. You've been TKO'd. You've been submitted. You've lost in every which method possible, okay? And your resume does not stack up to Amanda Nunes, okay? I do think that you are one of the best in the division, but it's not proven. It's yet to be seen. That's why people don't believe in you. And you're out here busy attaching your name to Amanda the Lioness Nunes when she's not even worried about you, and she doesn't even have to be worried about you because she's already beaten you and she's already accomplished like so much more in the sport of MMA. Like, what more is there for Amanda to do? She dominated you 50-45, whether she knocked you out or not. She likely was going to knock you out in the trilogy, so it's a blessing in disguise that you broke your rib, because more than likely, Peña, you were going to get humbled by Amanda Nunes. That likely was going to occur June 10th of 2023. I would like to think you would have won, but based off that last fight, it's doubtful. But come on. Like, of course, Peña's ego wouldn't let her admit that Amanda Nunes is undoubtedly the GOAT. Like, if you're going to talk about who's the greatest of all time in women's MMA, it's a cross between either Chris Cyborg, Valentina Shevchenko, Amanda Nunes, or Ronda Rousey. I knew she wouldn't say Amanda, because I know she'll never give Nunes credit. Because Nunes can do anything, Peña will not be convinced. But I thought maybe she'd say Ronda or Valentina. I do remember her actually calling Valentina the best last year. But no, she just had to say herself. And that is based off the fact that she's tough. When it's like, Peña, you're acting like you're this like indestructible monster, when it's like, Peña, you're human. You can get knocked out. You've almost been knocked out. You've been tapped out. You've been beaten up. So if you're just the GOAT based off that, and you're not trolling, and you're actually, then that's just sad. Because Amanda Nunes, what you've done will never stack up to what Nunes has done in her career. You know, defending her belt 8 times across both weight classes, being literally like, 12-1 in UFC title fights, a dominant champion across both divisions for 7 years, knocking Chris Cyborg out, beating all the champions she's beaten. That's remarkable. That's memorable. And I think that's what makes someone the GOAT. Not just being able to take damage and survive and keep coming. You know what I'm saying? That's not how I count someone as being the GOAT as far as I'm concerned. And even though you and Nunes are 1-1, in my opinion, the deal has been sealed in that second fight. And he or she who laughs last laughs best. And Amanda Nunes got the last laugh because she's the one of your 2 fights who came out with a win most recently. You had a win over her like literally over a year ago. She had a win over you right after that a year ago. So it's just pointless to brag about, well, I beat her and I made her tap. Yeah, so what? She dropped you a record of 5 freaking times and sent you flying across the octagon and split open your goddamn forehead. And literally dominated you in all areas of mixed martial arts. And Amanda Nunes won when it counted and you didn't. You had a chance to prove it wasn't a fluke. That's when it really mattered, the rematch, and you lost. And she won. End of. You missed the boat when you got injured. I know it's not your fault. Shit happens in the gym. People get hurt all the time. It is what it is, all right? But again, you just got to lay off the lioness, okay? I mean, now you got Renato Moicano on Twitter coming after you. I mean, come on. If we're basing being the GOAT off being tough? Is Irene Aldana the GOAT because she's tough and lasted 5 rounds with Amanda? Why isn't she one of the greatest of all time? She didn't quit. She didn't do much, but she also didn't quit. She took a hell of a lot of damage. Is Lauren Murphy the GOAT because Jessica Andrade couldn't finish her? Like, please. It's just ego from Peña as far as I'm concerned. But like I said, I'm like the biggest Julianna Peña blank rider. I can't say that word on YouTube, not trying to get demonetized. But you know what I mean. I am a huge Peña fan, and I wish her well. I do think she's going to be the champion again. I do think she'll beat Raquel Pennington. And I do feel like she can and will complete her legacy in this division. But I just hope that she can learn to move on without Amanda Nunes. Accept that she lost the second fight and just let it go. Focus on getting the belt back. And like you said, focus on carrying the division. You know, the rest will take care of itself. Now, do I think Peña will be able to hold the title when she gets it back? She'll probably end up like Carla Esparza, like the 2-time champ that never defended the belt. This belt's going to pass around for a while as far as I'm concerned. I think she wins it back, probably loses it to Holly, but God forbid. But I hope if she's going to lose it to anyone, it's to Irene Aldana, because she's still coming for that belt as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, you're not the GOAT. And come on, Peña's team, Peña's closest friends and family, and even her fans, man, y'all need to stop co-signing everything Peña does and says. And Peña's, all her team, y'all need to check this woman, okay? For her own good. If you really care about Peña, y'all need to check her. Y'all need to look after her. You can't just let her do and say whatever the fuck she wants, because it's hurting her stock. It's not helping her. Fans are losing respect for her. She's literally losing followers. She's making herself hated. And she's only known right now in the media for the wrong reasons. And if that's what you guys want as a team, then you've ultimately failed Julianna Peña. But whatever, that's enough for me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.